Hail, hello, hiya, and greetings. This is Josh from the Aimless Adventure podcast. I got a new toy. As some of you know, I'm a big geek. I recently, you can go on our YouTube page and see where I built a computer that I spec'd out to run the Oculus Rift. I built it right after
specifically, just in case it's cool. I want to have a rig that'll run it.
Well, I mean, it's the bonus is that it runs games really well, right? But I built it specifically because I knew that I wanted an Oculus Rift. So I built it. It's got a i7 4790K. It's got 16 gigs of RAM. It's got a GTX 980 video card.
If Ryan were here, he'd understand what you're saying.
Yeah, some of our... Anyway, so it's, the video card's got 4 gigs of RAM, so it's a pretty powerful machine. I have not been able to attend any events, any conventions or anything, where I got to try out the VR. I was really interested in it, and a lot of the podcasters I listened to had a lot to say about it, but their whole thing was, it's something you have to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be this thing that's impossible to market. You just have to strap one to your head and find out what it's all about.
And I just want to say... if anybody's had experience testing out the Google goggles or whatever, the cardboard thing where you put your phone in it, I thought that was pretty cool, but do not use that as your base to think that this is or anything. It's completely different.
So I think that we'll start this thing out. So I bought a new phone. It just happened to be time for upgrading. I had a Sony phone before, the Z3. It was a shit phone on T-Mobile. I don't know what it's like in the rest of the world, but on T-Mobile, it was a shitty phone. It was so bad to the point where I was like, I'm not going to get another Android device.
Ooh.
Actually considered, because I'd always been iPhone before.
Ew.
I'd always been iPhone before. I was going to go back, but I was like, I knew the Gear VR was out, and it was unavailable at the time. I knew the Gear VR was out, and I knew the S6 line of Samsung phones supported the Gear VR.
I know you bought your last phone because it was going to be
Remote
attached
play?
to your controller and all that and everything, but I told you from the beginning, man, Samsung.
Yeah, I'm not going to say... I've had 2 other Samsung phones that I hated because they stopped supporting them after a little while. And not even after like a year. They just stopped releasing firmware updates. The first smartphone I ever had was a Windows smartphone that Samsung developed. It had a little IR thumb pad on it, which was really cool. It had a mouse and all that stuff. It was a neat phone. They updated it. It broke a bunch of shit that the phone used to do. And they're like, oh, sorry, we've got these new phones coming out, and Android is now going to become a thing, so you're sort of fucked. And that pissed me off, and I swore after that I'd never own another Samsung phone because they just stopped supporting them.
That's definitely not the case anymore. John
a testament
to it.
Yeah.
Him and my wife and Helen and one of my kids all had the S3, which is
3 generations old.
Yeah.
And they were still giving it hardcore updates as of this year.
It didn't get a firmware update since like January, and that was the last one. But, anybody that watches this can attest to my downloading apps on our phones.
Yeah.
There wasn't a single app out yet that my phone couldn't play.
Yeah.
Or use or whatever the case may be. I know that was going to change eventually because they told us this is the last update you're getting. But even that update was enough to last in the rest of the year.
Yeah. So when I went to T-Mobile, I knew that the Gear VR was coming out, and I knew the S6 line had them, so I went with an S6 Edge Plus. And this is actually the first phone that I've ever got that's not black. I've always bought black phones before. This one's gold, and it's a neat color gold. Yeah, it's a neat looking gold color.
Stormtrooper style, baby.
Nice. And my case is black for it, but I dig the look of the phone. It worked immediately better than my Sony Xperia Z3. It's just, it works amazing. It's super snappy. It's a great phone. I really do enjoy the phone. I knew I wanted a Gear VR though, so I kept an eye on all the websites that sold them, and Amazon was like, hey, we got them in stock. We're still processing them, but... So it'll take another couple of days to process, but you can order it now and you will get one before Christmas. So I'm like, oh shit. All right. So I ordered it at $99. I got it on the 21st. I think it was the 21st that I got it. And we sat outside for an hour fucking with it. So this is the Samsung Gear VR. Like I said, it's only $99.
And don't let that price point discourage you. It's not crap. It's really
it's really awesome.
a nice
Not
setup.
crap is definitely what I look for.
So your phone snaps into it like this. You've got your focus adjustment here. You've got your touchpad and your back button up here. You've got this little face shield, which doesn't really do a lot. It's basically aesthetic. And as a matter of fact, if you leave it off, you can hold the back button and it brings up a little menu and you can go to look through your camera. So like you don't have to take the headset off. You can just hold the back button, go to look through the camera, and then you can kind of see what's around you, which is kind of a cool feature, I guess. But it does look better, with the face shield on it. But anyway, that's pretty much it. As soon as you plug the phone into your thing and put it on your head, it downloads the Oculus Store app because it automatically launches this custom Gear OS. You can't access any of the normal shit on your phone.
Yeah, it's not like your normal phone is 3 inches from your eyes. It's a completely different interface.
Which is a little annoying because it will tell you when you get a text message or something, but you can't read your text message without taking the phone out and like looking at your text message. Or if there's a way to do it, I haven't figured it out, and I've already read through the manual like twice trying to sort it out. So, that feature is a little annoying. I wish that
those guys that reads instructions.
Yeah, I wish that they would. Well, the reason I read the instructions was I wanted to see if there was a way to reorient it. And there is. So, like,
that's what YouTube is for. Somebody else already read the instructions.
That's true. That is true.
Just type in "how to you."
But I think probably the neatest reaction was Amanda, because Amanda could give a shit about most technology.
Oh man, that was awesome.
And she thought
I'm glad I was there for that.
The greatest thing in the world. So she was like, "Hey, you know that they're starting Oculus pre-orders next month?" I'm like, "Yes, baby, I know." So so I'm definitely pre-ordering my Oculus next month. But anyway, this is it. We wanted to give some impressions. John and I have already tried it, and we have been totally blown away by it.
Floored.
But Danny and Helen haven't tried it yet. So we wanted to give some honest first impressions from people who have never tried it on camera. There will be another video attached to this one that I will talk about after they've tried it. But my brother-in-law also tried it. Ryan Rojo, he tried it. So that's kind of what we've got here. The first demo that I'm going to have them do is the Jurassic World demo, which is a very basic video demo of like you're a tourist or a camper in Jurassic World, and a Vegisaurus is sitting in front of you, kind of guarding their eggs or whatever. But that's the first demo we're going to do. So I'm going to just kind of get it set up. So when you open it up, you see kind of a thing, and you've got a little targeting reticule, and you can select your apps. I'm going to select the Jurassic World app. Okay, so, Helen, when you look at it, the first thing you're going to see, just strap it to your head, and then I'll hand you each of the earbuds. I'll tell you which one they are. So strap that thing to your head.
Just put the eyes together.
Oh, my buns are too.
There you go.
Okay.
So you should be looking at the Jurassic World logo.
It says touch the touchpad to resume.
Okay, so you're looking at, is there a Jurassic World logo there?
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get started, focus using the knob on the top. So get it until it's super clear.
Not just the words, try and focus on like grass or a tree or something.
Well, no, this is just the logo right now.
Okay, never mind then. I stand erected.
That's blurry. Okay.
Are you good?
Yep.
I'm going to hand you the right earbud. Here's the right earbud. Put it in your right ear.
I know.
You're right.
My right.
And then here's the left earbud.
The directions are strong with this one.
Yeah.
And then
now we can talk shit.
Tap the side to resume.
Okay, I got it.
Okay.
What do you see?
I see a dinosaur sleeping, or is dead.
He's just sleeping.
Look to your left.
Oh, there's a Jeep.
have to figure out a way to tap in so we can see too.
Oh shit.
It's worth noting that the head tracking is super accurate,
No lag.
lag free. She just sat back. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but her lips are like really compressed right now.
And you want to focus on the dinosaur, which is obviously
Yeah, right in front of my face.
the video,
Right in front of my face.
but it's hard to not look around and see everything that's in this video.
But you feel like if you do, you're gonna die.
Yeah. Tail must have swung by.
Oh shit.
It's eating. Tail swung back again.
It's like when you're driving, you duck because the bird's gonna hit the windshield.
Yeah.
Or the branch.
How many times have you done that? I've done that a million times. Like, or you'll see that rock.
Yeah.
Do they back down? Okay, it went dark.
All right, you're good.
Yep.
So
What was your
Whew.
first impression?
We should have all left before she got done.
Yeah.
That was like it was right there.
yeah.
Yeah. And then you
How
see
immersive.
the eyeball and
That nostril
The
flaring,
yes.
smelling you.
oh my goodness. That was crazy. That was like you're right there.
Yeah.
And see, the thing with me, like I haven't tried it yet, obviously, but the thing with me is if it's that impressive, it's $100.
Yeah.
What in the world is that impressive for $100 anymore in the technology world?
Exactly.
That's what blows my mind about it.
We're talking about that. That's what, $40 more than a new controller for your PS4.
Yeah.
We'll do nothing without, you know.
Yeah.
I will say that that there is a little bit of the screen door effect,
Yeah.
which you, depending on what you're doing, you stop seeing the screen door effect after a little bit, especially like you haven't played the game yet,
Not
Gunjack, but you do stop seeing it when you're really immersed in something.
I was immersed the couple of, we watched 5 videos or so that night, and every single time I was there, the screen door effect went away.
Did it?
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I'll say is that a lot of people don't see the edges of the screen or whatever, or there doesn't seem to be any.
I did well focusing, but once the video started, it was so minimal that the video captured my.
Yeah. Now, see, I see it, so you can adjust the focus and it goes in and out. In the Oculus, they'll actually go out and in, so that you, like, I feel like if I could put those out just a little bit further,
Right.
that I would lose that edge and it would just be totally, totally immersive.
Yeah, and I'm sure it would add to the experience, which is already amazing.
Yeah.
So,
And supposedly the next Oculus has no screen door effect,
nice.
so should be kind of dope. All right, so let me see. Same thing. Jurassic World logo is up. Focus, and then once you're focused, just tap to continue.
The one with the volume is the right.
The one with the volume is the
R and
right.
L on it, I believe.
The one with the volume is the right.
Oh, I totally must have moved it.
What are you looking at?
The home menu, but I see the Jurassic World logo. I can get how do you get to it? Just select.
Yeah, look at it and then tap it.
Okay, I get it focused first.
Yeah, focusing is a little weird. It's kind of the optometrist thing where it's like one or two, one
I don't know
or
if
two.
Left is no, that's not helping. That's
Definitely
not
like a
helping
sweet
either.
spot, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think it's one of those things where you're just like, no, I'm good right there. It's not.
This is your right. And your left.
So you just look at it and tap the.
Yeah, look at the Jurassic Park logo or Jurassic World and then tap.
Okay, I got it. Tap to play again. Okay, so I'm just getting in there. The dinosaurs laying there.
Yep.
Did I just take a picture?
I did.
Yeah, you're a tourist, didn't you know?
That's pretty cool.
Look down. And to your right.
I got a coffee mug.
Yeah.
That's cool. Radio.
Flashlight.
Oh, yeah. Sun glaring behind me. That's insane. Dinosaurs starting to wake up. It is impressive how there's like no end to it.
Yeah, you can literally look anywhere.
I just can't see my feet. That's crazy. Even the sound is impressive.
Yeah, it definitely adjusts as you're looking around. So you've got the complete stereo, and it doesn't take you out of it. Brings you more into it.
I think it was when the dinosaur turned around to go lay down. Amanda tried to pull the cover over.
Yeah.
Like that would help. Just put
I showed it to a lady at work, and she was like backing up. She like hit the edge of her desk, and I was like, "Are you gonna have a heart attack, Debbie? Are you okay?"
I could see how you would, especially if it was like I mean, you're a minute in, so you're still thinking about it, but if you were in a movie and you were an hour in and kind of forgetting what you're doing, I could totally see how you would duck to get out of its way.
Yeah.
One of the first things we did was Josh showed me a picture of San Francisco on the coast, on the ocean. You see the Golden Gate Bridge and everything. I turn around and see some people behind me. I'm like, hey, look, there's people up there. And I point. Like anybody can see what I'm seeing. But cool. You just get lost in the view.
Like that?
That's definitely impressive. It's I see what you mean about the screen door effect, but in the same token, I mean, it's still like, you know, light years away from anything else I've experienced.
Oh, for sure.
So it's not it's not a negative, I guess, because it's still substantially better than anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if I had looked at one 10 minutes before that didn't have it, I could see how it would be a negative, but to me that's not a negative because it's still amazing.
Yeah. It's really neat.
I do think I think the sound adds ton to it, and I know part of it might be a mind trick just because you know, something moves, your mind makes you think it's moving further away, but just the fact that like you know, when you're looking in there, there's a dinosaur moving around. I know not everybody can see what we're looking at, but there's a dinosaur moving around, and as it's further away, it's the sound is farther away, and as it gets closer and closer and closer, the sound adjusts.
When it's sniffing you, the sound is engulfing you.
Right. You know, you feel like as it sniffs, you can feel the air from the nostrils whip past you because of the way the sound works with your ears. So I think the stereo the sound is as impressive as the visual effects.
So roller coaster or International Space Station?
Roller coaster.
Roller coaster?
You think he's looking at you, but he's not.
I know. Like,
but I could definitely see, especially if you're involved in it for a minute, how you would start to duck and move to get out of stuff's way. Start watching an action movie and start dodging punches and stuff.
Yep.
And like right now, just a minute into it, and I know everybody's watching, so it's a little easier to not dodge stuff. But if you were immersed into it for a little bit, then
Okay, so this one's a little bit weird. This is a movie. It's a short one. What's going to happen is you're going to be looking at the logo for the guy who made the movie or whatever. Tap on the side and like you'll see the little bar that like you see on any like media player. Look at the play icon and then tap.
okay.
Now, I don't know why, but the camera is oriented the wrong direction when you first start it up. You're looking out the right side of the cart, so you may need to look left to actually look straight.
Okay.
And it will probably be less disconcerting if you try to shift your whole body that direction. Just because it will give you a little bit of vertigo.
Have you tried watching the 3D movies on it? Mm-hmm. How does that work? Is it pretty good?
Mm-hmm. Okay, right one? Yeah, there's a way to convert 3D Blu-rays to just watch them in the media player, and it works pretty well.
Nice.
So do you think you'll get more entertainment out of actually using it or watching everybody else use it?
It's a little bit of both for me. It's got some really neat features.
So I just click on it?
Yeah, the play icon, click on the play icon specifically.
Where is it?
Okay, wait. Okay, look this way. Look at us. Okay. The little box.
Okay, yep.
Okay, look at the play icon and then tap again.
Okay. Does that disappear?
If it doesn't, just look away from it and tap again and it will disappear.
Oh.
Did it disappear?
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
You like that?
I like that one. Okay, so you're going like the turns, and I don't do good on fast rides anyway.
Uh-huh.
Like my stomach actually felt a little lurchy.
Yeah, right?
The twist? Yeah.
I believe it. That stuff's enough in your head that I could totally believe that it would screw with the rest of you.
Oh, it's still playing.
Is there a YouPorn app yet?
We'll talk about that after. We'll talk about that one offline. I have experimented. Because you have to, you know.
When you find the virtual strip club, give me a call.
Oh, it's more than a strip club.
After.
Yeah, we'll talk about it after.
All right.
Right.
I mean, we do talk about explicit content on this podcast, but we're not going to talk about that on the podcast.
And now, how do I start it? Just tap?
Tap and then you should see the play icon appear, like the little bar, like the scrub bar.
Oh, okay.
And then look at the play icon and tap again. And like I said, you'll probably be looking out the side of the cart, so you'll have to shift to like look out the front.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Right?
See, I can't actually, doesn't get my stomach, but you definitely feel like you need to brace yourself.
Yeah.
I get the butterflies.
I haven't tried this one, so I'm going to try it next.
Oh yeah, for sure.
The loops are pretty intense.
Yeah. Move his mic back a little bit.
What do you think of that?
Cool. That's cool. And there again, the detail is awesome too, because as it was ending, I looked around, I looked behind me and see all the other empty seats behind me and that kind of stuff. But it didn't get my stomach, didn't do the butterfly thing, but stuff typically doesn't for me. But it definitely felt like as you're going to, you need to lean into it,
Right.
brace yourself. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the depth of it is pretty impressive. Like you can look off in the distance and you can see a river off in the background, and when you're talking about trying to fix the orientation, is that what you were talking about? How it starts off.
It starts looking off the side of the cart for some reason and not out the front of the cart. I don't really know why.
Does anything else do that, or is it just this app?
It's this video specifically, actually.
I know you want to throw your hands up.
Something in the horror genre would be pretty awesome with this.
There are some horror games already that are supposed to be pretty good. I haven't downloaded them yet. And the first movie that's made for it is going to be a horror movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it comes out next month
And it's going to be specifically...
for this.
That was cool.
You like that?
Yeah, you definitely want to. I didn't get any vertigo or anything either, but you definitely want to lean into the turns,
Right.
And corkscrews and stuff.
Yeah, I get that for sure. Is like, you know, you as you're dropping, you kind of lean backwards a little bit, and
Surprisingly, that roller coaster experience wasn't as powerful as even some of the pictures that we've seen.
It was pretty powerful for me. I got some vertigo in it. I really did. I didn't get motion sick, but I could feel that kind of fluttery feeling and
Right.
stuff.
like you went through a dip too fast.
Yeah. Don't forget to adjust the sharpness and all that stuff if you need to, because I think everybody else has been adjusting it. There it is.
Okay.
And this is like the other one. Just tap if the play icon isn't showing, and then tap on the play icon.
Oh.
Right? This one's pretty stunning.
What is it?
You're underneath the ISS.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
As far as bang for your buck goes, that's definitely impressive.
For $99, I'm telling you, it is so cool.
It's absolutely on my shopping list, that's for sure.
That is awesome.
You like that one?
Yes, I do. That is pretty cool.
In a way, it's almost more impressive than the roller coaster. Who's next, John
Sure.
or Danny?
I think it could possibly be more so because a roller coaster you can just jump on anywhere. You can't just jump on the ISS.
Oh, exactly.
That's true.
That was really neat. Yeah. And then to look down and see Earth.
Yeah, and the clouds moving and everything.
Uh-huh.
It's like, whoa.
Holy cow.
So here's the thing. There's one of the apps in there that's got like a preview of like WWE. And like I'm not a wrestling fan. It's not a thing that I'm interested in.
Right.
But like if I could subscribe to a WWE app and watch all of the WWE matches that way, I totally would. Because it's the coolest thing. Like I'm sitting there and like there's a guy to my right and he's cheering and doing his thing. The whole audience is behind me. I'm like ringside. One of the guys leaps out of the damn ring and like they're wrestling right in front of you and I'm like, whoa, all right.
Very cool. You can see how sporting events in general, like boxing, anything like that, would be the same way.
For sure.
Okay, I've got a little bit of height issue, and that got to me more than the roller coaster. I mean,
Really?
Like the other space video we watched, you were just floating. Mm-hmm. This one, it felt like you were attached to ISS, so the possibility of falling from it was a little bit more of an issue.
It's still just float until you burned up in the atmosphere.
Oh yeah, but
I'll just do this first. That's I can just imagine like sports in general in virtual reality.
Yeah.
Would be cool.
how cool would it be if the QB had a camera on his helmet?
They're actually doing that.
Really?
Yeah, right now they're during practices. They've got the QB has a camera on the top of his helmet, and they are going back and playing it in slow motion so the QB can look at everything that happened in the play, so that he can like learn like how everybody's moving and all that other stuff.
Really? Is it something specific or is it just like a GoPro?
I don't know what the camera is, but yeah, they're actually doing it now, and they're using the Gear VRs to do it.
Oh, nice. Yeah,
That
that'd
is
be cool
crazy.
to look back and see where the defense was, and
That is cool.
Isn't that neat?
It is. It really does feel like you should be able to touch it. That's cool. I almost like the fact that that one doesn't really have the like a soundtrack or anything to it because the silence adds to it.
Yeah, it's really cool. I don't know. Should we show anything else or?
maybe just the VR intro.
Oh, that VR intro video. Oh yeah, the one that is actually branded by Samsung.
Yeah.
Is this one ever going to be able to? I think we talked about it a little bit, but is this one ever going to be able to join with others? Like, is it ever? Do you know? Is it ever going to be set up to where like we could all sit in this room with our own and do something together? You know, multiplayer game or whatever the case is.
So right now there's a Twitch app that you know what Twitch is, where you can watch people play games. There is a Twitch app that sticks you in a theater with avatars of other people also watching that Twitch channel with one of these on, and you can like look around and like talk to people in the theater while watching the Twitch stream.
That's cool.
So.
Awesome.
Why doesn't it want to exit this damn thing?
It would be really cool if it ever got in depth enough to where like we turn on that roller coaster app and I look over and see you guys sitting in the other seats.
Right.
Yeah, but we'd all have these fucking headsets on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, hey, that's John's chin.
Yeah.
I recognize that beard.
There may or may not be birds living in it. I'm not sure.
This is a neat one to watch people do too, because it goes through like 6 different scenes. And what's crazy to me is there is a scene in a family's home, and they're just kind of standing around their home or whatever, like in Mongolia or something. And like most of the people, like they're just blown away by that scene. It's to me, I'm like, oh, I'm in somebody's home, and yeah, that's kind of cool. But like a lot of people are like, I'm fucking here. Like,
Yeah. That's the scene that made me think that it would be really awesome if cameras that supported this recording were readily available to every household have one, and the grandparents in Iowa or whatever can actually like look around and be at the
for sure.
parties of their
3D
grandchildren
Skype.
and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be awesome. They already have some 3D uses for those cameras. There are webcam girls and stuff like that that have the 3D cameras that you can like go in and like look around and whatever.
Why would you want to look at anything?
I haven't been able to find the cameras for sale because I thought it'd be neat to have one for even if it was just 180
Yeah.
to set in front of the podcast table.
Right.
But the only camera I could find for sale was quote unquote professional quality. It was made by Nokia, called an Ozo, and it was $20,000.
Oh, that's nothing.
No, $60,000. It was $60,000.
Wow.
It was kind of crazy.
That or a 4-wheel drive Silverado. It's your choice.
Yeah, no, I'd take the camera. No. What are you looking at, Helen?
Like Cosmos.
Isn't that beautiful?
Another thing, like the you can tell when everybody gets to the Cirque du Soleil part because they all go.
That's cool. That's really neat.
Didn't it feel like? Did you look over and look at the other actors on the stage?
Yes.
It's cool, huh?
Yeah.
The one guy's like talking to you.
Yep.
He's like, "Don't look at me. Look at that guy. They're doing something up there."
That was really neat. Like a Mongolian family or whatever.
Yeah, you're just sitting there.
Sitting there having dinner with them.
Kind of makes me want Mongolian beef.
Yeah.
Now I do have a game on there. It's
They
called
just call it beef.
it's called Eve Gunjack by CCP, the guys who made Eve Online. It's kind of a shooting gallery. It plays really well. I will tell you that in general, like if I'm going to play that game, that's the only thing I can do. Because the PlayStation controller, while it will sync with the phone, the Oculus App Store or the Samsung Gear VR don't like it very much. So like if I have the controller synced when I go into like the 360 videos thing, it'll just spin.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just one of those weird. They only certified 3 controllers to work with that thing, and this is not one of them. It works fine for Eve Gunjack. It'll probably work fine for other games, but like I said, if that is synced when I go into one of the 360 video apps, the selection screen will just spin and it will make you dizzy as shit.
Wow.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it will make you dizzy. What you looking at now, Danny?
I'm standing on like a mountaintop looking off the clouds.
Clouds rolling in.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
But I just looked behind me and something that's cool is I see my shadow.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty cool.
And you could see the grass moving beside you.
Yeah.
I was thinking it's something really cool about this is
Now I'm with the family.
views like that, looking over the cliff at the clouds and stuff. It's not something a normal person's gonna be able to. They might be able to see it on National Geographic or whatever, but this makes it feel like you're actually there for a minute.
Right.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that's the Circus du Soleil.
The guy I worked with like turned around and he's like, "There's a creepy janitor like cleaning the seats or something."
There is.
The guy to the left of you starts talking to you.
Yeah.
You can't hear what he's saying.
He's wearing 3D goggles too. of some type. That's cool. Yeah, that's impressive. Yeah, the guy that starts talking to you, look at him. He's wearing some type of 3D goggles or something, and he's got them flipped up.
Danny brought up an interesting point when we were talking about it the other day. How cool would it be to be on a flight and just throw on a Netflix movie and just
Oh, for sure.
feel like you're in a theater and watch a movie for the whole flight?
If Netflix worked on flights, it doesn't. But
Yeah. But,
Well, something similar.
yeah.
yeah,
How comfortable would you be? Ears, eyes, everything covered, just completely being like looking around.
completely oblivious to the world.
Here's the thing. Like, when you're on a flight, like, people aren't going to mess with you unless they're messing with fucking everyone. People start screaming, you're still going to hear it. So,
That's true.
I guess that, like, I would almost rather tune people out and not think about how close I'm sitting to the guy next to me or whatever.
He
Probably
doesn't,
safer
he
on a
doesn't
flight
like
than
people.
at my house.
Yeah, I'm a little. Yeah, I don't like getting too close. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's awesome. You'll see in a video later, Ryan tried it. And Ryan is stereo blind. So, like, 3D movies, the 3DS, Nintendo's 3DS, like, stuff like that doesn't work with Ryan. Like, at all. Even the red-blue stuff, Ryan doesn't get the effect from it, the most basic stuff. Ryan did the Jurassic Park logo, or the Jurassic Park thing. I swear to God, that dude started to mist up because he could see in 3 dimensions everything around him.
Wow,
Did you
that's
get what
great.
we were talking about? That it's 3D, but it's not a 3D movie. It's just depth.
Yeah, it's like but he totally saw everything. And I thought that was neat. So, folks that are stereo blind and you're wondering, it worked for Ryan. I don't know if it'll work for anybody else, but it worked for Ryan.
Wow,
So,
that's amazing.
Awesome.
but anyway, that's the Oculus VR. It's a really neat device. Gunjack is a lot of fun to play. It's neat to experiment. Like I said, I never thought I'd watch a WWE match, but if they bring it to that thing, I'll pay to watch it. It's just that cool.
But keep in mind, the Galaxy S6 and Note 5 are the only two devices.
S6 Edge, S6 Edge Plus, and the Note 5. But they will probably make phones in a form factor that will fit in that for a while, I would imagine. Because this is they had one before, it was called the Innovator Edition. You can still get it, it's $200. It's not as good as this one, but it only fits the Note 4, which doesn't even have as high of a resolution as like this phone. So you'll probably get more of the screen door effect. Right. But this is considered the consumer model. So I imagine that their phones for at least the next 2 years will be made to
I would assume so.
fit in this thing.
Yeah.
Unless something crazy happens. I mean, something crazy could happen. You just never know.
I'm just saying, that's the bare minimum. It might progress, but if you're planning on getting one, make sure you have at least one of those phones.
Yep, S6 line right now. But anyway, that's it. I mean, you guys liked it?
Loved it.
Yeah,
It's-
I'm impressed.
It's neat. Like I said, my wife, she was blown away by it, and she doesn't usually like that kind of thing. And now she's excited for me to get an Oculus. And
Nice.
I told her, I was like, we can't get you an Oculus, right? And she was like, what? Why? I'm like, your computer won't quite run it. So, but anyway, she'll
Sounds
probably...
like upgrade time.
Yeah.
I just built that computer like a year and a half ago. But anyway, so that's it. Glad everybody liked it. It's a thing that you just have to try. I don't know if any stores are demoing it, but if there's a store that's demoing it, give it a shot because it's really neat, especially with the headphones on. So there's lots of things you can do. You can find plenty of 180 and 360 videos out there on the interwebs.
Even just the pictures that are designed for it are amazing.
Yeah, the pictures are neat. If you find 360 videos that are outside of these apps, 2 of the apps that are built in will play them if you put them in the right folder and name them the right thing. So the Milk VR, you have to rename it. Depending, if it's 360, you don't have to rename it anything. If it's a 180 video, you have to name it underscore 180 by 180 underscore, and then depending on its orientation, it's either side by side or up and down. But there are instructions, there are Reddit threads and stuff about it. But if you watch this and you want to know about it, I've been messing with it all weekend. Just shoot me an email, aimlessadventure@gmail.com. See if I can help you out with it. But it's a neat device, and it's so much fun to watch other people use it and kind of go, oh, and duck and back away and get vertigo and all that good stuff. So, all right. Well, that's all we got for the VR special. We hope that you guys enjoy it. We hope Samsung watches it. They've been talking to us through Twitter. So I think Samsung will see it, and we'll see how it goes. All right. Peace out.
Bye.